Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now in this video, I'll be showing you how to set the password on your wireless router or modem. Now, I've done this video before, but persons have shared that they were unable to follow certain parts and they experienced issues while doing the process. Now, in order to allow persons a better understanding of it, I'm doing a second video to kind of spend more time going through the process and just make it more clearer to understand. So first thing you'd want to do is make sure that you're connected to a wireless signal. So I'm connected to Fast Connect, and I also have a connection called Testfar that I can interchange between. Both of them are coming from the same wireless modem, which is a ARRIS. However, both of them share different frequencies. One of them is, which is what I'm connected to, the Fast Connect, is a 5 gigahertz connection, while the test bar is a 2.4 gigahertz connection. The difference between those is that with the 5 gigahertz, it is faster. However, it doesn't spread in a far distance. However, for the test bar, it has a wider range or wider distance. However, it is not as fast as the 5 gigahertz. Now, for the purpose of being in my home, I work with the Fast Connect, which is a 5 gigahertz. However, once I'm outside of my home and at the gate or I'm at the back of the house, then I work with the test bar because it will, um, f- based on the use case, it works best. Now, I'd want you to pull up your command prompt. So you'd want to open your little search icon and type in CMD. Once CMD comes up, I'd want you to type IP config. Now, ipconfig will show you your wireless connection in addition to your LAN connection. I will want to look for the default gateway. Now, my default gateway is 192.168.0.1. This is because I'm using a Aries modem. However, if you are using a Nex, Linksys, it might vary. And just to illustrate that, here is a list of login IP address or default gateways that you can basically use once you're using these devices in order to get access. However, for me, it is 192.168.0.1. And I'm going to just type it in here that you can see. So 192.168.0.1. And it will come up. All right. So once that's up, you'll have to log in with the default username and password. Now for the Aries is admin and password. So admin and the password is password. So you can press apply and it should bring you in. Close. You can, however, change that, but for ease of use, you leave it as it is. All right. So once in, you would want to navigate to wireless. And once in wireless, you'd want to locate your security settings. So it might vary in terms of how it appears. However, they are basically the same or very similar in approach and how you find certain things. So once in wireless settings, you'd want to look for your security settings, and then you'd want to look for the appropriate wireless signal. Now for me, it gives me in tabs, my option in tabs. For you, it might gives you in columns. So you can browse around and eventually you should find um, the wireless frequency that you want to change the password for or set a password for. Now I want the 2.4. All right. Now with the 2.4, you see where it's called test far. it's broadcasting the SSID, so that's the name. I'm set it for um, power level high, but these aren't important. Well, at least this right here isn't important for you at the moment. What is important is the password, because that's the aim of this video. So we'll be changing the password from none here to password. Um, you also have the security mode. Now, I would recommend you leave this as it is. So if it is a case where it is set to WPA or WPA tool to PSK or TKIP or AES, these are all encryptions. So most compatible tends to be the best option for me. However, you can go with recommended. However, if you have anything that connects to it using TKIP or AES encryption, it will not connect. So best to select all options, all variables. That way, whatever the connection encryption is, you'll have it um, on your device. So I set for password and then I just hit apply. That's all you need to do. And then the password would have been changed. Because I'm currently connected to the Fast Connect, I shouldn't necessarily drop her because this device is going to reload. It might drop me, which it did, which it did. So I'm just gonna wait until it's back up. So give it a couple seconds, and then you just click on the connection icon for your Wi-Fi, and it automatically connected me back to Fast Connect because that is what um, I'm able to connect to without being prompted for password. However, I want to connect to Testfire, so try and connect to Testfire. If you realize that it is taking a while to connect or prompt you for password, you can always cancel, right? Oh, okay. So yeah, you can always cancel and then right click on it and forget. Once you have forgotten the previous password, it should just reload, and you can connect again, and then you can enter in the password that you set. And the password that I said was password. So PASSWORD. All right, so now I'm connected to Testfire, and that's basically it for how you can change or set a password for your wireless router or modem. And just to show that I can still connect to the wireless modem, because you would have seen me connect to it via the Fast Connect. However, now I'm connected via Testfire. So you can see that for the 2.4 gigahertz, and I'm sorry about the earlier selection. I realized I selected a lot of stuff while trying to highlight something, but yeah, you will see that it's now password, while the wireless 5 gigahertz is still none here. So I hope this video was helpful. Again, if you have any issues following through, please leave a comment. I'll also leave a link here so you can, this can be of use to you. But as I said before, you can leave a comment and I'll try my best to assist.